And I give the floor to the representative of the Russian Federation.
Thank you, President. We'd like to thank the Special Representative of the Secretary General, Janine Hennis-Plasshardt, for her briefing on the situation in the Republic of Iraq. We listened very carefully also to Hannah Edouard. The domestic political state of affairs in the country remains concerning, and it is compounded by a difficult social economic situation too. We also must note that a durable normalization in Iraq is also being hindered by attempts by some external players to profit from what is domestic Iraqi disputes. In this context, we call on the international community to support efforts of Baghdad to stabilize the situation in the country, including ensure the rule of law, and also working towards social, financial, and humanitarian sector recovery in the country. We believe it unacceptable to turn this country into an arena for settling scores and for regional confrontation. Despite the confirmation in December last year of the outcomes of the early elections by the Council of Representatives of Iraq and also the re-election in January this year of its president, we note with regret that the members of parliament still have not managed to finish forming the highest bodies of state authority. We hope that the parties in parliament will soon be able to agree on the appointment of a president and the makeup of a new government, one which enjoys the support of all main political, ethnic and sectarian groups in the country. We welcome the renewal on April this year of the dialogue between the federal authorities in Baghdad and the Kurdish Autonomous Region on addressing existing areas of disagreement, first and foremost in oil and gas fields. We are convinced that further addressing this will also help address the ethnic and sectarian problems that have accrued and allow the economic potential to be effectively leveraged for the benefit of the whole Iraqi people. In spite of the achievements and results achieved by Baghdad on the counter-terrorism front, the security situation in the country remains unsustainable, including due to the recent increased activity of clandestine terrorist groups. According to the most recent report of the Secretary General, in different provinces of the country, attacks of ISIL fighters are still being recorded, including those using suicide bombers. This destabilizes what is already a turbulent atmosphere in terms of regional security. Once again, we would underscore that effectively tackling this challenge is only possible through a broadest possible coordination of counterterrorism efforts. At the same time, we do believe it necessary to ensure that all parties involved in the fight against terrorism in Iraq respect the sovereignty of the state of Iraq and coordinate their efforts with their work with the official authorities of the country. We'd also note in this connection the work done by the Quadripartite Information Center in Baghdad with the participation of representatives of Russia, Iraq, Iran and Syria, which is doing important work in coordinating steps to counter terrorism in the region. On our side, we intend to continue to provide assistance to capacity building for Iraqi armed forces, primarily through promoting bilateral military and technical cooperation. Moreover, given that Moscow and Baghdad have had a long-standing and fruitful cooperation in fighting ISIL and other terrorist groups in Syria and Iraq. Thank you for your attention.
I thank the representative of the Russian Federation for his statement.